Hello, friends. Welcome to the stream. Happy Saturday. It's been a while. How's everyone? I'm in my new Pooh t-shirt today. I'm so excited. I finally just bit the bullet and decided to buy another super oversized t-shirt because I have been living in my Scanlan t-shirt from Critical Role for so long. I wear it every day because, I saw a TikTok once and it was like, I have to actually change out of things like this, my one piece of clothing that I wear all the time when I'm on meetings because I kept wearing the same thing and people were starting to comment on it. I'm like, that's me. I have a house sweater and I have a house t-shirt. That's what I wear when I'm inside. I don't know if you guys can tell on vlogs and stuff. I'm wearing the same things all the time. So I got a new shirt, really, really oversized. But now I need to figure out how to soften it because it's like a thick Gildan t-shirt. It's a little stiff, but look how cute. I was a big Winnie the Pooh fan as a kid. I still am. Winnie the Pooh's the cutest, so I had to get it. As soon as I saw it on Etsy, I was like, that's mine. That's mine. How is everyone doing today? Hello, Chloe. Hello, Anna. Oh my goodness. Hello, Jillian. Hello, Aspasia. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. What's everyone going to be working on today? I am going to be working on a little luck. It's editing time. Yeah, I know. Look at them. Giving love to their depressed friend. I feel that so hard. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So very happy about this purchase. It's going to be well used. Just need to figure out how to soften it a little bit. I've read online that I can use salt and vinegar and water and let it sit for a while, and that'll help soften it. So I'm gonna try that eventually. But how's everyone doing? What are you guys gonna be working on today? I'm excited. Today's editing job is going to be going back over part 1 because I finished writing it last night, or editing it last night. So I'm gonna go back over and do a line edit, flow edit kind of a thing. So if you see me reading things out loud, that is what I'm doing. I'm reading it out loud because that's what my brain likes to do. I don't know if I will read it out loud today, but potentially. Chloe's working on their dark fantasy romance inspired by Persephone and Hades called These Broken Souls. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Yes, that's amazing. Anna's working on a cozy fantasy serial. Yes! Struggling the last hour to focus. I'm hoping this helps. Cozy fantasy for the win. Yes. I love it. I love it so much. What is your serial about? I need to know. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Also, do you publish it anywhere? Is it an actual serial where you back in the Victorian era where they used to post, this coaster doesn't work anymore. It bleeds through the bottom. Where you post it online as you work on it somewhere, or not online. Back in the day they didn't do that, but they posted it in actual magazines back in the day. Do you post it somewhere, Anna? I'm very intrigued. Jillian's working on finishing Fourth Wing today. Heck yeah. Are you enjoying Fourth Wing? I've heard wonderful things, as everyone has. I'm on hold with that book from the library. I am 58th in line. I got it for the library because, one, I didn't want to spend money on it because I figured I've heard some people that I really, really trust their opinions on that the writing isn't very good, but it's addicting in the way of some of those really, really popular books are. And I'm like, okay, I want to read it eventually. I just don't think I want to spend money on it and add it to my collection because I don't want to be disappointed by it because the hype is so huge. But I will also read it anyways because it's dragons. So I hope you're loving it, Jillian. I really do. Thanks for the excitement. Of course. I'm planning to put it on Villa starting in August and running through November-ish. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. How many episodes, installments of the serial are you doing? Also, is it short stories, or is it all one narrative where you're doing chapter releases? I'm very intrigued by this serial concept. My friends once tossed around the idea of starting a cereal. And they're those kind of people who love to dabble in different publications all that time. I am very traditional. Just give me novels because I can't shrink my ideas down to short stories. I did once, once or twice for a short story in university. And I'm getting one published in the Stygian Society, which is here. I just got a letter from them today in the mail yesterday, so I put that on my bookshelf. Very exciting horror anthology, but yeah, I'm intrigued as to how you're breaking apart your serial and how you're uploading it. Very intrigued. I also like the idea of like story podcasts, you know? I feel like that's kind of like evolved from, it's like a different branch off of serials from the Victorian era, you know? It's cool. There's a big mystery arc that runs through the whole season, but there are many arcs throughout that take a few episodes. Think of like an animated series. I love it so much. That's so exciting, Anna. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You'll have to let me know when that goes live because I want it. I want to read that. That sounds so good. Oh, love it. Cozy mystery, cozy fantasy, serialized. Yes. Love story podcasts. Yeah, they're so fun. They're so fun. It's like a whole new branch of storytelling that I think is just so interesting. I haven't had a chance to really listen to a lot of them. I'm a more of a like discussion podcast girly myself, but I know that like if I just devote the time to get into the story podcasts, I would, because I love D&D podcasts, and that's like similar, right? Because you're telling a story with your friends. It's just more improv than than an actual story. But yes. Anyways, we're gonna do some sprints today, as always. I think there'll be 4. I roll d20s because why not? Ooh, that was probably not a good idea. My computer doesn't have a case on it anymore. Careful. I'll roll some, and we'll pick a time. Wow, that was a really shitty roll. I'm gonna re-roll that nat 1. Okay, so we can sprint for. I'll give you guys options. We can sprint for 17 minutes. We can sprint for 22 minutes or 26 minutes. 17, 22, 26. How long would you guys like to sprint for? For our very first sprint. You let me know. And we'll set us up here. Our little tomato guys hanging out. How long would you like to sprint for, my friends? I thought I was going to be really tired for this stream because I was sitting on my couch just like half out of it scrolling on TikTok before this. But I'm like ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get some productivity in on this really sunny, summery day. It's not hot out. Well, it is warm out. It's 20 degrees out here today, which is 20 degrees Celsius. It's a beautiful sunny day. I have my windows open. I am so happy that I have my windows open. I haven't had my windows open for like weeks because we've just been having the worst humidity and the worst hot, heavy weather. And I just want my windows open. And I have them open today, and it's so nice. Although my air is having a really fun time right now going. So maybe it's making my place hotter than it should be. But anyways. All right, everyone's voting for 26. Let's do her. A good solid 26-minute start. My number keyboard is not working. There we go. All right, my friends. I think we should dive into our first sprint of the day. There will be 4 sprints, as I said. Whew, I'm ready to go. All right, my friends. Happy sprinting. Hello, my friends. I need help. I'm trying to come up with a word, a comparison for this object in this chapter. Also, I hope you had a good sprint. I'm trying to come up with a word for this thing in the friggin' chapter thing. My scrolling is not working. There we go. What's going on? StreamYard? Why can't I scroll on my banners? All right. It's fine. I'm looking forward because Lottie, my character, at the beginning of the story, she finds an artifact that is about the size of like a really tiny melon or a grapefruit or something. But every time I compare something to a fruit that is very modern, or not modern, but very of our day, like a grapefruit or a melon, I'm just like, would they have this in a fantasy world, you know? And then I'm like, but it's also the size of a stone because she can hold it in like one hand. So I'm like, I don't know how to describe it. I have the sentences. She rotated it in front of her, feeling the power and weight of it. It was tiny, fitting like a melon in one hand, but it was weightier than she expected it to be. And I don't want to use the word melon. I could just say fitting snugly in her hand, I guess. What do you guys think? Fitting snugly in one hand, but it was weightier than she expected it to be. It's like it's this big. It's a little ball. I don't know. What do you guys think? Chloe got 435 words. Incredible. Anna reworked 523. Amazing. I don't know how many I reworked. I added 145 words to the draft, which is not what I intended to do. I intended to shrink it, but it's okay. That's okay. I feel like I added a little bit of personality right at the beginning, which is what I need. So yay. I'm still working through chapter 1. That's okay. I feel like melon helped me picture exactly what you meant. Right? Like, well, when I say melon, what I think of and what like people around me think of. Somebody just come to my door. Spooky. It's okay. When I think of a melon, or I always think of like melon to me means cantaloupe, and cantaloupes are like this big, right? So it's smaller than that. I don't know. Right? Oh my god. I mean, there's a cookbook, but that's not like it's not like a terms book. And I guess you can create whatever you want to create in your own world. But that's just, I want to do something. Bowling ball but fantasy. Yeah. I'm just thinking like, would she say like a rubber ball? Like, no, because that's not a thing that would be in this world. Oh my god. Just rubber ball but fantasy. Just put that in my book. See who notices. Hello, Phoebe. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Stephanie. Welcome to the stream as well. Stephanie joined somewhere during the sprint, but I'm just grading my students' work today, so no work counts for me. Hey, that's still pretty productive. I love it. What's your students' work on? I'm intrigued. What kind of subjects do you teach? Do you teach like grade school? Do you teach a specific subject in high school? I'm very intrigued. That's so cool. Welcome. I need to get this banner off. Oh, it's letting me scroll. Okay. Well, is it? It's not letting me scroll. That's fine. Okay, we'll just use this one. I don't know why Streamer is being done with the scrolling, but that's okay. Yes. Anyways, happy with the work that I've done. Maybe that was my Old Navy order. I didn't think they delivered on weekends. I could get up and just go look, but I could also check my email to see if it shipped. No, it just says on its way. Okay, what the hell was it? I'm gonna go look. I'll be right back. Hello? Nothing. I don't know what I heard. Maybe it was one of my neighbors. All possible. High school, I teach a variety of strange history classes. Oh my God, history of board games. They made their own games. Very entertaining, but a lot of work. Oh my God, that's so cool. I remember watching a show once. It was like a CBC show or a CNN show. I can't remember what it was. But it was like one of their specials that they do. Because they like to do a lot of history stuff, right? Where it was like, it was talking about the history of Monopoly, which was so cool. Because it was like, it was kind of one of those shows that was like talking about the history of it, and it was like interviewing people on the history of board games and Monopoly specifically. But it also had like reenactments of some of like the original brothers who owned that company. And then the woman who originally came up with the idea of Monopoly that like inspired Monopoly and was like, she got her idea ripped off of. It was so cool. I love stuff like that. Oh my God, that's so cool, Stephanie. That's awesome. Has there been any knockout games? Ooh, Phoebe, you're reading Seven Devils? That's one of my faves. Oh my God, good luck. The first book is so good. Second book is also so good. Tore my heart out though. I'm only 50 pages in, but I'm loving it so much. Oh, it's fantastic. It's one of my faves. The found family in that one, so good. Everyone's queer in some way, disabled in some way. The representation is fantastic. Oh my God. I don't have it on my shelves right now because I lent it to my friend, but it's so fantastic. I love the book so much. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Anyways, shall we jump into sprint number 2? I can't talk today. I'm ready to go. I haven't had this much energy in like weeks. Where was this energy before? One kid made a murder mystery at the Met Gala game. Very fun. Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh man. I love board games. I want to play that game, Murder Mystery at the Met Gala. I want to play that. That sounds so fun. Amazing. Anyways, okay. Also a kind of lame roll. So we could sprint for, I keep rolling that once. Okay, so we could sprint for 24 minutes or 32 minutes. 24 or 32. Let me know for our next sprint, whichever you guys prefer. Let us get us set up here. Let me get the banner going if it wants to sprint. Oh, it's gonna roll for me today. 32 and a 32. Incredible. A nice long sprint. And another 32. 32 it is, my friends. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, my friends. Let's get to it. Happy sprinting. I'll see you in 30 minutes, roughly. How are you, friends? How did that sprint go? How are we feeling? I have dropped the added word count to 83 instead of 142, which I'm very happy with. And I'm now in chapter 3, which is called A Lucky Pincushion. So, very fun. I love it. I'm really enjoying reading this story out loud. It's so much fun. And I've actually, this is actually a good question for you guys. Have you ever had to like create music or create poetry or something that's like just like a different medium, like a song or like song lyrics or poetry or something for your works? Because I have realized after I got my one of my beta reader's thoughts back that she didn't mention anything about actually having music in the book. Like having like actual songs or anything in the book, but it's something that was in the back of my mind, because when you have music in a book, having those lyrics sometimes just adds a little flavor, it adds a little element of story to it. I always really like them, even though sometimes I don't read them. Like in Lord of the Rings, I let my eyes just skate over it, and if I'm reading the audiobook or if I'm listening to the audiobook, I just let them sing to me. I don't really care if it's actually out, like if I'm paying attention to the songs, because there's so many songs in Lord of the Rings. But I've had a lot of fun the past couple days trying to figure out a couple songs of my own for this book, like not like full songs, but just like snippets of songs to thus like write out in the book. And I've had a lot of fun with it. I think the one that I have in chapter 2, at the very end of the chapter, I've changed a few times. Like I've changed like wording and stuff like that, because I know from university, music in my ears bothering me. I know from university, like the rhythm of poems and of things like this, because I'm basing it mostly off of like medieval bardic songs and like ballads and stuff like that from medieval times. It's very poetry-like, right? So it has the rhythm of poetry, and usually the rhythm of poetry from back then is a lot of like iambic pentameter, and so it flows. It has a rhythm to it as music does, right? So I've been sitting and just been like da 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 da, like singing it out to myself at like 1 a.m., clapping to make sure that it hits the beat, which has been really fun. But yeah, have you guys ever done anything like that for your works? But yes, there's going to be a little bit of music in this one. And I'm also planning on making a playlist that you can listen to while reading A Little Luck. That's going to have a lot of bardcore music too. Bardcore is so fun. Have you guys listened to bardcore? It's like bardcore Shakira's Hips Don't Lie, and it's very fun. The vibes are great. Anna ended up making food, so I did nothing except munch my little snack and stare halfway into space like Pedro Pascal eating a sandwich. You know what, Anna? That sounds amazing. I was thinking about food in that last like 5 minutes, so I think I'm going to get food in our next sprint. Just a snack of some kind. That sounds so delicious, though. This is just like that TikTok sound. I love it. Aspasia had some sushi and read 34 pages. Incredible. What are you currently reading, Aspasia? I don't know if you said. Because I know Jillian is working through Fourth Wing. So what are you currently reading, Aspasia? I'd love to know. Stephanie wrote an evaluation, so I actually got 440 words. Very nice. That's an extensive evaluation. We love to see it. And Phoebe read another 20 pages. This book is so addictive. Agreed. I loved that book, and I want to reread it. I want to reread it soon. I just don't have enough time to reread things because there's so many books that I want to read right now. My Pride TBR is sitting on the chair next to me, and it's so large. It's so big. So it's like in my head, it's like if I get to it in this summer, that's perfect. I don't necessarily need to get to it in June to like, ease some of the pressure on me to like get through the 8 books that I have on my shelf, which is not that many. I usually read about 10 books a month. So, but I am planning on starting A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon this weekend once I finish my current read, which is To Shape a Dragon's Breath by Monica Blackgoose, which is a Dragon Academy story that I'm really, really enjoying. So I'm gonna finish that today, and then jump into A Day of Fallen Night when I'm done. And then I think The Daughter of Istahar is next, or A Marvelous Light. I don't know. I have so many amazing books on my TBR right now. Spacia says, one time in creative writing, this professor gave us music to write our own poem and lyrics to. I struggled. It's honestly so tricky. Like for this one, I just was sitting there and I was like writing this little bit, and I was like, okay, what kind of music would be like a town favorite? It would be like a familiar little like shanty or just a quick, easy song. Because that's what Kier chooses to start her set with, is like a town favorite to like get the energy going. And so I was like, what? We're just going to name it The Witch and the Whale because that sounds kind of fun. And they're in a seaside town, so why not? So The Witch and the Whale. And then I was like, I need to go Google The Witch and the Whale ballads just to make sure that there's not a Witch and the Whale ballad out there. And there wasn't, but there was a witch ballad that is out there that I think is more modern, like someone made it up recently. And I was like reading through it, and I didn't like pull direct lines from it, but I got like the vibe of the rhythm, and I was like, okay, so it's the air fell taut and thick one day as the little gray whale swam her way up toward the bay to see her love. And I'm just like, yeah, that works perfectly. Let's run with it. I'm very excited about having music in my book. I need to like think about more music because it's like writing poetry, and I don't write poetry. I struggle so hard with poetry. I struggle so hard with understanding poetry. I did in university too, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun dabbling in these things that I'm not very comfortable with for this work in progress. Aspasia is currently rereading The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. Very nice. I intended to bring it with me on a trip, but kind of got sucked in. Hey, that's perfect though. I love that. And is that a romance? Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams? I think so. I've never heard of anyone rereading romances. That's really cool. I mean, I have, but it's like the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Is that technically a romance? Yes. Is it cozy fantasy? Yes. I love it though. Rereading books is so fun. Stephanie says, my actual writing whip is probably best described by Knife Pizza Blood. Oh my God. I love it. I need to know if the pizza is involved in a bloody scene though, because that would be so sad to ruin the pizza that way. Unless they're vampires, then it's okay. Then it would probably make the pizza more edible for them. Yes, a romance. Oh, that's so fun. The Cheat Sheet. I feel like I've heard of that one. If you're rereading it, I assume it's one of your favorites, so that's really cool. I'll have to look into it. I'm not really in a romance mood right now, but let's see. Goodreads, where are you? I do love me a good romance every once in a while. The Cheat Sheet. Oh, it's a sports romance. Oh. No pizza was harmed in making this book. I'm glad. No pizza wants to be harmed. Very cool. Oh, there's people commenting on my video. What are they saying? Oh. Hello, Amy. Welcome to the stream. You're doing good. You've only missed 2 sprints. We got 2 more to go, as usual. We're having a little chat about writing music in our books. Writing music in because my book is currently about a bard. So I've decided that it needs some actual music and some lyrics. So that's been fun for me. And talking about pizza being harmed in the making of Stephanie's book. What are you working on today, Amy? I'd love to know. People are commenting on my Merlin thing. Well, it's not my thing. Those two have some serious chemistry going. I agree. And thank you so much. Rogue's Corner is it's amazing. Cover artist and friend. Ooh. Okay. Sorry. Merthyr! Did you guys know that my book, the original inspo for Ari and Finn, for my children up here, was Arthur and Merlin from BBC's Merlin? Fun fact. Anyways, that's my book. Buy it if you haven't. That's my brand of marketing nowadays. Just buy it if you haven't, please. Buy my book, please. Oh, this iced coffee is good today. Anyways, my friends. Oh, God. Amy's finishing reading through Mistress of Shadows this weekend. Have you officially announced that as your title for the next one? For your third book? Is it not? Okay, so we got Guardians of the Sixth Gate, Shade of the Shadowlands, Guardians of the Sixth Gate, Shade of the Shadowlands. Is Mistress of Shadows the full title, or do you have some like fun rhythmic stuff like your other two titles to go off of? Because I really like it. Mistress of Shadows is a very good title. I have. Amazing. Because sometimes I see you saying it and I'm like, has she officially announced it as her title? I have, like, sometimes Instagram doesn't show me everyone's posts and it drives me bananas. Like, on my personal Instagram, I have the ability to just go through my following feed, but I don't have that on my, like, actual Instagram that I use, and it drives me bananas. I'm just like, guys, I just want to know what my friends are up to. The third one is just Mistress of Shadows. Yes, okay. I accidentally dropped it in a video before I announced it, though. I think you did that with Shade of the Shadowlands too, didn't you? It's so hard. It is so hard to keep secrets like that. Like, I have this sketch, like a prelim, like concept sketch from my cover artist for my cover for A Little Luck, and I just want to scream about it with everybody. I'm so in love with it. Lottie is perfect, and I just, how do people keep things like this secret? How do people keep things like this secret? It's so hard. But titles is a hard one because I start thinking about stuff as titles way before than I announce it. Like the third book, Project Favor, in my Aramount book series, has a title with favor in it. Like the word favor is the last word in it. And I just want to talk about it as the favor, and just like Project Favor. Same with A Little Luck. It was always A Little Luck, and then I would have to refix myself and say Project Luck because I didn't want to share the full title right away. But titles are so fun. In adsies, I know. I probably did. Hey man, I've edited out many times when I've done that mistake. That's actually a really good question. I'm going to add that, a question that just came up in my brain, that I will ask next sprint, between the next two sprints. Abner. Okay. Right there. Okay. Dokie. I need to move that all the way up to the top so I see it. Okay. Anyways, my friends, we're going to roll for our third sprint of the day. My comments have disappeared. There you are. We're going to get into it. Third sprint of the day. I'm going to get a snack, work on my book. I rolled another freaking nat 1. These nat 1s are just everywhere. That was not any better. It's a 3. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll that too. Jesus. Okay, so we can go for, that's much better. I rolled in at 20. Holy man. Okay, so we can go for 20 minutes, 29 minutes, or the full throttle of 39 minutes. How long would you guys like to go for? 20 minutes, 29 minutes, or 39 minutes. However long. I'm down for anything. Third sprint of the day. You guys get to choose. I'm gonna snack in this sprint. I'm very excited. Yeah, this iced coffee was a banger. Phoebe votes for 20. What about the rest of you? That's so funny. I rolled a nat 1, a nat 3, and then a nat 20 on that dice. What a wild dice today. Aspasia votes for 29. Ooh. Oh, we got 29s all around. Incredible. Sorry, baby. You're going to have to read for 9 more minutes. Anyways, my friends, let's get to it. I'm going to set this up. 29 minutos. Watch me crash so hard in the next like break between sprints. Because like I'm ready. I'm raring to go right now. We're so good. It's 3:30. I could run a marathon. No, hard pass. I could not run a marathon. I don't have knees that work. Anyways, happy sprinting, friends. See you in 29 minutes. That surprised me. Hello, friends. Sprint's done. How do we feel? My goodness me. Whew. We got food that Sprint. Been snacking. Have worked. I've now shrunk my added words to only 35, which is much better. And I'm now into chapter 4. Very happy about it. Chapter 4 is one of my favorite chapters in this book because it's got Kier and her brothers are just so lovely to write. So lovely to write. Which is exciting. Goodness me. I have to get rid of this coaster. It's not doing good for my table. Yes. How are the rest of you after that sprint? I'm happy with the progress today. I've got 6 more chapters to go through after this. Yeah, 6 more. And then I can start into part 2's pattern. Stephanie got 344 words. Incredible. I'd love to see it. Goodness me. Little snacky. Amy says, doing good. Amazing. How far are you into your editing process, Amy? I'd love to know. I would also love to know, as is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, how do you guys title your books? That was the question I thought of in the middle of last break. How do you title your books? I'm very intrigued. With A Second Story, the name kind of just came to me as I was planning. Because it was like, I think originally when I started planning out the book, my nose is dripping. I was trying to figure out like different names for the bookstore. And I remember coming across something like Second Story Bookstore. And I was like, oh, that's cute. So I started calling it Project Second Story with like the idea in my head that it might be the name of the book. And it just stuck. So I had it way back, even before I started writing the book, the title. And then Project A Little Luck. That one kind of just came with the word luck because I knew like my main character's name is Lottie Luck. She calls herself Lottie Luck. And so I was like, well, Project Luck is cute. And if I want to keep it with the word pattern that Second Story had like set up, I was like, A Little Luck would be great. And then I kind of was like wishy-washy on it because I'm like, if I do A Second Story and A Little Luck, I have to keep that pattern then with the word that starts with a letter and then like the alliteration of the 2 words after that with the same letters. So for the 3rd book, once I got the idea for that, I kind of sat for an enormously long time going through different words that I could use, word patterns that I could use for that 3rd book. If I decided to name this book A Little Luck and keep that pattern for the next ones. So I did. I decided to keep the pattern because it kind of works. It's very fun. And it was one of those things that I was like, if I want to change it, I would have to change it with A Little Luck's like second word there. It would have to be something luck. And I'd have to figure out what would go with that. But A Little Luck just rolls off the tongue so well. Book 3, I like the title that I came up with. Hopefully it fits the vibe once the book is actually written and done. But yeah, Project Favor is going to be a good time. So it's going to be and then there's going to be a word that starts with F and then favor for that title. But I won't let you know what that is until A Little Luck is like out in the world. Then I'll announce the title for the next one. Amy says, doing good? I have 9 chapters left. Oh my God. You're just a speed demon, Amy. That's crazy. So quick. Yeah, I'd love to know how you guys title your works in progress or your books or however you go through it. What is your process? So I guess mine is either it comes into my head just randomly or I have to spend hours trying to find the right words. Or if I'm doing like a short story, or if I'm working with a different book in a different series, usually I pull quotes from the book. Like I'll pull a fun quote and that'll be it. For Project Dragon, that title came with like the term for a kind of people in the books, a really, really rare kind of people. Not like a race or anything, but like something that can happen to these people. They become God touched, which is the name of the book. Fun fact. I don't think I've ever said that anywhere. But yeah, for the sequel, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but that's very, very, very far into the future because I don't know when I will even finish draft 1 of Project Dragon because I'm working on my cozy fantasies right now. So who's to say? But exciting either ways. I kind of want to get back into my dark fantasy. So we'll see when I get to it. Because my schedule right now is just Little Luck till it comes out, and then Project Favor until it comes out the next year. And then I want to work on Sage's story next. So who the hell knows when that one's going to be next. But Amy says, it depends on the book. Usually I have a pretty good idea of the title before I start writing it or before I get very far into it. The next book I'm writing, though, has been harder to title. Interesting. Phoebe says, I read about 30 pages. I have to go in a minute. I had a great time. Hope you all have a great rest of your day and night. You too, Phoebe. Have a lovely evening. Or night, I guess, because you're in England. Have a good night. I'm really glad that you read so much of your book. How much is that in total? Like 80 pages today during the stream that you read? Holy man. I'm really glad that you're liking it too. I'm so glad. Seven Devils is one of my faves. One of my fave sci-fis. It's so good. I want everyone to read it. It's fantastic. But yes, thank you for coming to the stream. What about my other lovely friends who are currently here, who are writing? How do you guys title your stuff? I'd love to know. Especially you, Anna. How are you titling your, I don't know if Anna's still here, Anna Robbins. How are you titling your serial? I'd be very intrigued. Cozy fantasy mystery serial that you're releasing. I have a new addiction, a new favorite food, and it's little like hash brown tater tots that you can get and chuck into your air fryer. They are so freaking good. Good little snack. As Beja says, that's right. I did nothing and got distracted. Hey man, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. I love it. Anna says, it's named after the name of my main character's business. She's an artificer who sells spelled jewelry. Oh my god. Anna, you're just making me more and more excited. What's your like Instagram, Twitter? What other social media are you on? Because I want to follow you and make sure that I don't lose this. Lose this opportunity to read this serial. It sounds so good. Sage says making titles is hard. Some I know what I want the title to be. Sometimes it's Untitled Science for a Fantasy Story or Untitled Elegy, not edgy, Sam and Cat story. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to find the way of titling things. I picked up the use of the words of like project blah 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 from Kate Kavanaugh, because she names everything like Project Blue, Project Yellow, Project whatever. And it's just, I picked up that for my books way back when I was working on Project Dark, which is a YA book that has been shelved since like for many years. And so I picked that up. And for a little while, I was using like Project Dark, Project Dream, Project Dragon. And everyone was like, girl, what is with the D words? And now it's F. It's F words because it's like Project Favor, Project Far Horizons, Project like Project oh god, there's another one, but it's all F's, and I'm just like, I need to stop. I need to stop with the F words because we're starting to slip into it. I love it though. Stephanie says, I used to work on school's newspaper and I was always the title person. I guess they just popped in my head. My boss is like that, or my coworker, the editor who's higher than me. I don't know. I call her my boss. She is such a good person to come up with snappy titles to like draw attention in. And I have to think for hours before I can even think of one for work. It's a special skill. You have a skill, Stephanie. I love it. Anna says, Jen, you're so freaking sweet. I make YouTube videos. Okay, I will make sure to follow you. I will open it up on my phone right away. Is what I remember. Hello, Skylar. Welcome. Happy stream day. We got one more sprint ahead of us. What are you going to be working on today? Or reading, if you were reading. It's always a good question. Was it one end, two ends? Two ends. No, it is two B's. What am I saying? I found you. If anyone else cares, it is Anna Robbins Writes. Fancy writer. Your little icon is so pretty. Oh my gosh. You're gorgeous, Anna. Look at you. So pretty. It's a terrible way to show you a picture, but I love it. I'm going to check out your channel when I'm done. Still sprinting? Yep. We got one left to go today. I'll be rereading Beach Read and listening to Spin With Me. Oh, read Beach Read. Oh my God, that's one of my top two Emily Henrys. Oh my goodness. I love it. I can't take all these compliments. Enjoy them. I pepper them at you. This page just says, for now, 2021, I did a collection of various stories because I couldn't decide on one story to write. My Pinterest board for it shows how some of the titles are untitled, titled, character names, genre. Yeah, mood. Mine, I have a whole list on my Pinterest board now in my like boards, because Pinterest is my favorite thing in the entire world. I will like just scroll. If I'm tired of scrolling on TikTok and on Twitter and on Instagram, I will go and scroll on Pinterest while I'm watching shows at night. It's so good. But yeah, mine is like when I'm doing like a save too. Here, I'll show you. I'll save this one. I won't actually save it to anything because this one I'll save. Okay. Boop. It'll say like focus on me. Characters, but then we get to a place where it starts just saying projects. So it goes Project A Little Luck, Project Adventure, Project Calypso, Project Dark, Project Dragon, Project Dream, Project Far Horizons, Far Paper, Project Second Story, Project Yellow. It's just all projects because that's how I name things now, which I love. But Pinterest is the best. Oh my God. Anyways, oh my God, my nose is just dripping like crazy. Okay, we're gonna get into the fourth sprint of the day. I'm gonna roll, and we'll see how long we're sprinting for. Woo! Okay. So we can sprint for 19 minutes. We can sprint for 25 minutes or 30 minutes. I wish I had that many story ideas. I have more than that too. I have a Scrivener file on my computer where like if I just get like a snippet of a story idea, I have to write it down. They're not like actually formed story ideas. Usually I have to take a couple and like mash them together to actually make a book. But that's where I keep them. I keep them in a Scrivener file because sometimes they eat at my brain until I have to let them go, until I have to work on them. So they live in my Scrivener file for now. Ours look the same. I haven't been on Pinterest in a while because I get addicted and get inspired to do a new hobby I don't have time for. Biggest mood. I'm really glad that my Pinterest board right now is just like more stuff that I can add to my like storyboards instead of like crochet or crafting or anything, because that would be a lot. Anyways, votes for 25. So it was what? 19 minutes, 25 minutes, or 30 minutes. Those are the three options. So you guys get to pick how long we sprint for. For our last sprint of the day, after this, I'm gonna go sit on my couch and read. I think that's the thing I'm gonna do. Or if I'm still in the mood for working on Project Lock, I'm going to work on that. Well, if you guys vote for 25, I guess we're going with 25 minutes. 25 minutes is a great end sprint. It's a traditional Pomodoro time. Our little tomato timer's up and ready to go. All right, my friends, happy sprinting. See you in 25 minutes. right. And with that, my friends, we're done. How did that last sprint go for y'all? I have brought my added words down to 0. So happy with that. I'm now in chapter 5. I am thriving. This is great. This is great. I love the productivity that editing gives me, especially on a second draft, because, oh God, I forget how much I really enjoy editing. I love fast drafting. I love just getting the words out and creating new things. But there's something so satisfying about editing and making like words pretty. It's great. I know there's a lot more to editing than just making words pretty, but in the steps of things, it's one of my favorites. Ooh, my chair is very squeaky today. This page I read, another 23 pages. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah. I now have 5.5 chapters left to go in this draft. Things are great. Things are wonderful. What did I do with my... Oh, right, it's plugged in. But yes, my friends, it's been great, as always. I love hanging out with you guys on Saturday. What's next Saturday look like for me? That's a good question. Next Saturday is the 17th, which I don't have anything planned, so I will be here for surezies. The Sunday, though, is Father's Day, and I have an oil change for my car. But this Saturday, I should be here. I should be here again with more work on a little luck. Hopefully by then I'm closer to part 3 or 4 of the story, or maybe even 10. That would be great, of this editing journey. But anyways, my friends, I think I'm going to leave it here. I hope you all enjoyed this lovely stream and got lots of productivity down. But for now, I'm going to wish you all a happy Saturday, and I will see you all in another one very soon, or one of my videos, or whatever. Bye.